Hello everybody, it's Arkham Sun here, and we're here with part 2 of the Spaceport Lego City. Lego City Spaceport? Whatever you want to say it as. I really like this set. I'm glad that my friend decided to sell it to me, but in fact I did not have any money to buy it from him. So instead I traded him a couple Funkos I think it was. And now that I have it in person, it was totally worth it because it is just a very, very good set. I love all the details and little pieces it's just amazing. But before we go to the build, let's start with the 2 astronaut figures of this set. Here we have the male astronaut. When I was little, I loved astronauts and everything space related, so having these figures just really means a lot. This is the male and this is the female. It's a joke because they look exactly the same, except when you take off their masks, which I will show in a moment. But until then, this is the first one. When you start turning him, you can see the airbag, or case, or whatever you want to call it, on his back. When you turn him more, you can kind of see his yellow head underneath. Then keep turning. This is the Mr. Freeze piece, but it originated here, I believe. And when you keep on turning, he is all white. And I love this little gold piece here that conceals his face. It's really cool. And then when you take off the mask or helmet, he has the Lego Space logo right here on his chest, some buttons, and some red and blue collar almost, a silver belt, and when we turn around the figure, an even bigger Lego Space symbol, and the continuation of the belt on the front, which is pretty cool actually. So, and have some lines showing some, well, more details. And when you turn him around, he has a generic male face in yellow, which is pretty useful if you want to make it custom of yourself or others. So it doesn't come with any, I don't think he came with any of the accessories, but if he did, and I probably just don't have it, it's no big deal. This set's only missing like 5 or 10 pieces. So let's go on to the female astronaut. Is this the female or is this the male? I'm just kidding, it's the female. Not really much to see here. It's the exact same as the male, just when you look under the helmet, there is a female face instead of a male. Everything else is the exact same. And since that is, let's just go on to the build. Here is the fuel on the ship. When I take off the top here, it looks like this. We have a little ball joint here, which pushes onto the little green piece inside this hole here. Don't know why they did that instead of just putting in another Technic pin, but it has this big cone piece here in a rusty brown color. Then we have some white engines on the side for extra fuel, which this always confused me, why they had so much fuel and then they just broke it off and it fell, and if it fell to Earth it would explode, so that would not be good. Let me turn the phone like this. Super cool. I really like this. It's super smooth. Whenever I got the set, it was super dusty, so I had to dust everything on this set. But now that it's here and it's built, it's a lot cooler. But then has this nice black piece in here. Super simple build. These are 2 separate pieces, by the way. I mean, actually, I can't do that, I guess. I'll leave it on there then. Really like this build. So, on to the shuttle itself. This build I can move in like this, which is super cool in my opinion. I really like this front piece. It came to my attention whenever I was watching let's see here, Jangbrick's review on this. Sorry, the is my thing. That's what everyone's gonna know me for in the future, if anybody ever does. But, as you can see, it's a newer, well, technically it's like 2015, I believe, but it's the newest version of the front piece for the plane, which I really like. They have these flaps on the back that can go up and down and steer. So if you push it down, then it'll start going down on this side. If you push it up, they'll start going up on this side. So, then at the bottom, you have the piece where the Technic pin goes in, and the piece where the ball joint goes in. And the wheels, they move freely on their own, which I thought was pretty cool. We have the engines in the back, which uses around 14 translucent, I do that every video, translucent orange studs. These pieces here move up and down. It's pretty cool. I don't know what it's for, but I think that's just a feature that's not supposed to have, but it does do. If you look at it from the top, it has 2 of the LEGO space signs, and from the side, some more LEGO space signs. On the top, it has a translucent clear stud, and you can take off this compartment in the front. Sorry about that. This compartment in the front and put in your figures here and here. I thought it was pretty cool. I'll show you what's back here in a second. If you turn it around and I bring the camera closer, you can see that it has a, I think this is a printed piece, which is a very useful printed piece if you want to make anything to be honest. And now let's look in the compartment here. Now that the camera is facing this way, I can open this to show a claw, which is awesome because, see this little thing right here? It is a satellite. And if you kind of twist it to the right angle, and it's kind of a difficult angle to adjust to, but if you do it just right, you can click it in and pull it out. Oh, sorry about that. I guess the claw is a bit stronger than I thought. You can point it outwards and then let go to where the satellite comes out. The frills can open and it can float in space, orbiting Earth, which I thought that was a pretty cool feature. Now, side, that's a good look on the inside. There's a look in the cockpit that we already saw a second ago. You can just set the little satellite dish there and twist this around to where it clicks in nice and snug, and close it back and it looks perfect. This is a really slim and nice build. I really like it. The coloring, the little red stripe here, how it goes into the sticker over here. I really like it. It's just a really good set, and I can't believe that he was going to sell it to me for $20. This is a 500-piece build, so $20, that's not just a steal, that is a super steal. Well then, put it back down like this real quick. As you can see, it is quite large, but when you stick it on this, it's just even bigger. I love this set. I'm glad that he sold it to me, or gave it to me for the Funko, but that's a story for another time. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and once again, it's Arkham Son. Goodbye.